Red Bull Racing has just clinched their first victory of 2024 in Australia, but it's not all smooth sailing. There's a twist in the tale as Visa Cash App RB, led by Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda, faces disqualification after a heated beach sprint duel. With tensions running high and the stakes even higher, this race is about more than just speed. It's about survival. Will Red Bull Racing maintain their lead, or will Visa Cash App RB bounce back? So let's dive into this video to know the full story behind this thrilling racing showdown. In an exciting turn of racing events, the Red Bull and Tauri teams embarked on a thrilling beach adventure to test their skills. The game was simple, yet exhilarating. Each team would take turns maneuvering their lifeguard vehicles on the sandy shores, setting up flags and preparing the sea-doos before racing back to the start-finish line. With time ticking, the fastest team would emerge victorious. In the first round, it was Red Bull's turn. Drivers had to reverse their cars. Max strapped on his seatbelt while Checo took control of the steering, demonstrating flawless teamwork and trust. Verstappen and Perez completed this task the fastest, earning them their initial victory. In the second round, teams navigated through a slalom course between flags, where they were supposed to gather flags and collect items. In the end, they had to gather all rescue items before returning to the finish line to win the title of Race Series Lifeguard Champions. Checo asked Max for help, suggesting, "You help me out with one or two." Max agreed, saying, "Yeah, we tow it in, and while towing it in, I run to the other side." Meanwhile, Daniel instructed Yuki Tsunoda, "I'll just put them in and you just jump in," as they planned their strategy. Both teams raced along the shores, reaching the collection point at the same time. During the race, Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez efficiently gathered all the items. Ricciardo and Tsunoda also initially reached the finish first, but Yuki forgot to load the tubes into their car, causing them to receive a time penalty. Despite mishaps from both teams, Red Bull emerged victorious as Visa Cash App RB got disqualified for not collecting all rescue items or forgetting the rescue tube. The race was filled with excitement, showcasing teamwork and strategy, with Red Bull winning due to their resilience and focus. Red Bull plans to further test the four drivers, with footage likely to be shared in the upcoming months. This healthy competition even shows the importance of cooperation and collaboration for success on the track. However, with Sergio Perez's contract ending this year, there's speculation about potential drivers for 2025. Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo are among the contenders, each with unique skills. While Perez's departure may signal a transition, Red Bull's priority remains finding a driver who can seamlessly blend in while maintaining the team's competitive spirit and teamwork ethos. And after this exciting Australian Grand Prix race, the Red Bull Racing team, including Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, and the Visa Cash App RB team, with Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda, were spotted relaxing on the sunny beaches of Australia. Here, away from the loud racetracks and the fast cars, they showed a different side of their competitive spirit. They displayed a strong bond and teamwork that went beyond just racing. During this break from racing, the drivers revealed how they are more than just competitors on the track. They also showed how they are friends off the track, sharing laughs and enjoying each other's company. This off-track camaraderie spoke volumes about the unity and teamwork within their teams. In the midst of all the excitement surrounding the racing world, these drivers took some time to unwind and bond with each other. Their relaxed and friendly interactions on the beach showed that they are more than just rivals on the racetrack. They are also friends who support and respect each other. Before this qualifying session, what happened during practice sessions? Tsunoda outpaced his teammate in both the first and second free practice sessions, showcasing his skills in front of his home crowd in Melbourne. He clocked the 5th fastest time in FP1 and secured the 10th position later in the day, providing a solid foundation for the rest of the weekend. Reflecting on the day's performance, Tsunoda expressed satisfaction, stating, "As a first day, we're in good shape compared to the last two races," said Tsunoda, looking a lot more satisfied. "The team did a fantastic job in terms of preparation, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Obviously, the field is very tight in qualifying, as we know, so we'll fine-tune the small details. I know those things will come, and we'll be able to put it all together tomorrow." Now it's maximum preparation tonight. I'll push as much as I can, and hopefully we make it to Q3. Ricciardo praised his younger teammate, stating, "I think as a team we started the morning on the front foot, and I think this afternoon the others found a little more. I think we're definitely still within a shot of Q3 tomorrow. There are a lot of corners where, because it's still a street circuit, obviously, you put it on the edge. I think the conditions and grip were pretty good, and it was fun to get into it. There's a little bit of work to do tonight, but nothing too crazy." Despite the challenging corners of the street circuit, Ricciardo enjoyed the session and believes they have a good chance tomorrow. Regarding criticisms from Helmut Marko, Ricciardo remains unfazed, focusing instead on fine-tuning the car for the next session. "As always, I think there's a bit of fine-tuning of the car, and it should give us a good chance for tomorrow. In terms of race pace, with the little long run that we did, it seems okay. Let's qualify in the top 10, and then it'll all get easier from there," Ricciardo concluded. More about the Australian Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz emerged victorious at the Australian Grand Prix, while Max Verstappen faced early troubles. Verstappen, the world champion, began the race from pole position and led after the first lap. However, his hopes were dashed when his car encountered technical issues, causing it to catch fire. Amidst the dramatic start, Sainz seized the opportunity, taking the lead and maintaining it throughout the race. He fended off competition from his Ferrari teammate Charles Leclerc, securing a remarkable win shortly after recovering from appendix surgery. Meanwhile, Daniel Ricciardo's race was far from ideal. Starting from 18th on the grid, the Visa Cash App RB driver struggled to make an impact, finishing in 12th place. Ricciardo's disappointing performance was compounded by his teammate Yuki Tsunoda's 8th place finish, marking Tsunoda's third consecutive victory over Ricciardo this season. This setback further dims Ricciardo's hopes of securing a promotion to the senior Red Bull team, highlighting the challenges he faces in his Formula One campaign. The response to Daniel Ricciardo's performance in the race has been extremely harsh. Many people are calling for him to be removed from the Red Bull development team, with some insisting that Liam Lawson should take his place. Trevor McHugh expressed his opinion on Twitter, stating that the Ricciardo experiment has failed, and there's no reason to delay Lawson's promotion any longer. Another fan suggested that it might be time to consider dropping Ricciardo in favor of Lawson, as there seems to be no chance of Ricciardo moving to Red Bull. Comments on the Visa Cash App team's Twitter post about Ricciardo's race were overwhelmingly negative. Some users criticized the team for making excuses for Ricciardo instead of acknowledging Yuki Tsunoda's performance. With Logan Sargent unable to start the race and big names like Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell crashing out, Daniel Ricciardo found himself finishing ahead of only 4 cars. He was among the 8 cars that got lapped by race winner Carlos Sainz. Sky Sports analyst Ted Kravitz kept it simple, saying, "Today, RB is all about Yuki Tsunoda." Tsunoda, however, remained positive, smiling at the end of the day. When asked about his dynamic with Ricciardo joining the team, Tsunoda acknowledged Ricciardo's speed and experience. He emphasized his focus on proving himself through performance rather than words. In a late twist, Daniel Ricciardo's Visa Cash App RB underwent significant changes just hours before the Australian Grand Prix. The FIA revealed that the car had undergone 5 major modifications, but Ricciardo escaped a penalty despite the last-minute surgery. Despite concerns that the modifications might require Daniel Ricciardo to begin from the pit lane, FIA stewards have deemed that all alterations comply with the 2024 Formula One sporting regulations. According to the statement released, Ricciardo's car underwent changes to the internal combustion engine, ICE, turbocharger, TC, major generator unit heat, MGUH, major generator unit kinetic, MGUK, and exhaust system, EX. These changes could potentially turn Ricciardo into a wildcard competitor starting from the back of the grid. So, what do you think of the drama unfolding in F1 with Visa Cash App RB being disqualified in Australia? Comment below and subscribe for more.